What are the top 3 first-time homebuyer mistakes and how can you avoid them? Hey guys, Jeff Bonk here from Homes by Bonk and eXp Realty in Hoboken. And today we're going to talk about the top 3 mistakes that a lot of first-time homebuyers make and how you can think ahead, plan ahead, and avoid them. So let's jump in. Let's talk about number 1, the first mistake that so many first-time homebuyers make. They don't know their numbers ahead of time. Now, everyone says, kind of creates like a general, like, oh, I want to buy a $400,000 house, a $700,000 house. I think I can afford $1 million, whatever the number is. But not many people go backwards and say, what is that payment? What kind of down payment do I need to make? Is it 3.5%? Is it 5? Is it 10? Is it 20? And what is that interest rate today actually going to make my mortgage payment plus the taxes, HOA fees, and the other upkeeps? So those numbers are actually the more important numbers than the round purchase number that a lot of people just default to thinking they know. So tip number 1 is know your numbers, talk to a lender. If you need a lender, talk to a local realtor who knows the lenders who lend in that market, and they can give you an accurate idea of what kind of down payment and what kind of monthly cost will equate to the purchase price that you should be looking for. So first thing, know your numbers. Number 2 is have a game plan. Have a game plan, sit down, find what you realize where you want to buy by doing some open house shopping or exploring neighborhoods. Find a local realtor who knows that market inside and out and sit down for a half an hour, 45 minutes and have a buyer consultation with them. Ask all your questions about the process, about the market, about everything that you're thinking about, and also let that agent take you through the whole process. What happens step 1, step 2, step 3? What does attorney review? What does an inspection process look like? If I want to be in a home in 6 months, when should I start looking? When should I start making offers? And when do I need to really worry that I'm going to miss my timeline? Think about the whole entire process, package it up, and make sure you have that conversation before you even start looking at real properties that you're ready to make an offer on, so you don't get surprised by the process and the timeline. That's number 2. Sit down, do your homework. Number 3 is make a very clearly defined list of your must-haves and your like-to-haves. And I say do this up front and make sure you don't start looking at properties before you do this, because you can get emotionally tied to a home, not realize that it may not have a few of the must-haves that you want because it has one of the like-to-haves, and make an incorrect decision or wind up in a property that may not work for you long-term if you don't have a clearly defined list. So I always tell buyers that we work with, and our team is always counseling their clients to make sure you have those lists predetermined. So when you go into a home, the flashy, shiny, furniture or paint or something that's not material to a home doesn't catch your eye so much and drive you to make a decision emotionally, not considering the logic of what you actually need for you, your family, your future, all those different things that are the must-haves that are super important to you. So those are the 3 guys. Just to recap, know your numbers, do your homework, and know your like-to-haves and must-haves. Don't miss those steps early on in the home buying process, where you can wind up with a frustrating, confusing, and just overall unpleasant home buying process. So hope this is helpful, guys. See you on the next one.